Your own homemade envelope.
They were out of envelopes, so I had to make my own.
We're going to hop into the dinghy and check out Brentwood Bay and see what's over there. So away we go. It's only about a 1.2 mile run from the Tod Inlet anchorage to the public dock at Brentwood Bay. The dinghy dock was rather crowded, but we were able to squeeze Formaggio into a spot and we headed into town. Along the way, Amy found a friend. We were, of course, thirsty and hungry from our walk, so we stepped into the pub at the Brentwood Bay Resort and Spa. Satisfied from our nice lunch, we headed back to the public dock. After another peaceful night in Tod Inlet, we pulled up the anchor and headed out. We're leaving Tod Inlet, and that was a great stay.
It was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice staying in one spot for a couple of days, too.
Yeah, and we really got a nice spot there. All the way at the end. There was a few boats around us when we first came in, but then we had kind of that section all to ourselves for quite a bit. We're right at the end, a little further, it might be a little too shallow.
Okay, it was clearly protected in there because as we just turned the corner, the wind is up.
A little breeze in there. And so we're gonna head up. I'm gonna try Fulford Harbour. We tried earlier in the year, and of course it was higher season, so there was no room at the dock. There's not a lot of
and
space.
We aren't necessarily staying at the dock. We might stay at the little island there too.
If there's space at the dock, we'll check that out. If not, we'll go to Plan B. So, anyways, looks like it should be a good cruise. A little bit of breeze, but I don't think it's supposed to be much. So, away we go.
We arrived at Fulford Harbour at the same time as the ferry. Fulford is one of the main ferry terminals for Salt Spring Island, and the government dock is adjacent to the ferry terminal. As we approached the small public dock, it looked like it was full, just like the last time we tried.
We hung out here for a few minutes, and a guy waved us over and said that he was going to leave. So looks like we might be able to get a spot on the dock. That'll be nice. Then we can tour the town. We could have anchored down a ways and then took the dinghy up also. That was our plan. We were almost ready to leave and do that, but this may work out really nice. Easier to land the dog too.
As we waited, we got to watch the ferry dock. The boat left and we pulled right into the spot, right behind the RCMP boat. The government dock, like most in the region, has no power available, but the moorage rates are reasonable. Amy dropped our homemade envelope in the box for our stay, and we headed up to check out the little town. There are a few small shops, a restaurant, and the Salt Spring Mercantile, which has a mix of groceries and locally made products. There is some produce, but it is a bit limited. A lot of it does come from the island, so it will depend on the season. After checking out the store, we headed up to the head of the bay, to the St. Paul's Catholic Church. As we walked up, we first came across this plaque dedicated to the 67 people buried here whose graves are no longer marked. The church was formally dedicated on May 10, 1885, with materials brought from Cowichan Bay by native canoes. We made our way back to the boat, but first I had to try out the community piano.
We're going to head up to the Rocksalt Cafe, I think it's called, here at Fulford Harbour, and give it a try. We got recommendations from the U.S. Coast Guard members that were on the RCMP boat, so we're going to go check it out. They said it was really good. Oh, yeah.
And who can say no to the Coast Guard?
Yeah, you can't when you're on the water.
We had a nice meal with a great view at Rocksalt. The Coast Guard recommended the crispy fried buttermilk chicken sandwich, and who were we to say no? All satisfied, we headed back to the boat to get ready for our next leg of the trip. Join us in our next episode when we leave Fulford Harbour and we pick up a mooring ball in Montague Harbour and walk the park. The next day we head to Ganges to pick up my sister and brother-in-law as they fly in, and we head to Pender Island and we hike to Greenburn Lake and find a great overlook. Then it's back to Ganges, where we have to go to Buzzy's again. We hit the Saturday market and find another great place to eat. The next day we rent a car and tour the island, visiting a glass studio and a goat cheese farm. Then it is off to a lavender farm, and we get to talk to the founder. And we top the tour off with some wine tasting and then some cider tasting. So be like these goats and headbutt the like and subscribe buttons. We would really appreciate it.